Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of the Exodus. We've been looking at the tabernacle and all the furnishings of the tabernacle. And today we come to look at that which is most well known to us and the most important piece of furniture in the tabernacle, and that is the Ark of the Covenant. Now you recall that when you enter the tent of meeting, the tent is divided into two rooms. The first room is the holy place where the priests come to minister at the altar of incense. It also contains the lampstand and the table of the bread of the presence. There's a great veil across the middle of the tent that separates the holy place from the Holy of Holies, the most holy place. This is the most sacred part of the temple, the most holy place, the Holy of Holies, where God's presence dwells symbolically in the midst of the people. There's one piece of furniture in the Holy of Holies, and that is the Ark of the Covenant. We read about it in Exodus chapter 25, verses 10 and following. Now have them make an ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, 1.5 cubits high. Overlay it with pure gold, both inside and out. Make a gold molding around it. Cast 4 gold rings for it. Fasten them to its 4 feet, with 2 rings on one side and 2 rings on the other. Then make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Insert the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark in order to carry it. The poles are to remain in the rings of the ark. They are not to be removed. Then put in the ark the testimony which I will give you. The Ark of the Covenant. It's a chest made of wood overlaid with gold. And placed inside the ark are the tablets of the testimony. Now these are the tablets of stone Moses will receive from God on Mount Sinai, on which God himself will write the 10 commandments, the heart of the covenant. They are placed inside the ark. That's why it's called the Ark of the Covenant, or the Ark of the Testimony, because the covenant of God written on the stones is placed inside the ark to remind the people that they are the covenant people of God. God has brought them into special relationship with him. And the ark symbolizes that. Now, if you read in the Bible, in the Old Testament, there are 3 arks that are mentioned. The first, of course, is Noah's Ark. That Ark of salvation in which Noah and his family and 2 animals of each kind were saved. It was an ark of salvation for Noah, was it not? From the floodwaters, they were kept safe in the ark, that the world might be repopulated after the flood was over. Noah's Ark was an ark of salvation. And then the second ark we meet in the Old Testament is the Ark of Moses. When Moses was a baby, his mother saved him by creating an ark to float upon the Nile River. You remember she was afraid for Moses because Pharaoh had issued that decree that all male children of the Hebrews be killed. His mother wanted to save him, so she placed him in the ark on the Nile River and gave him into the protection of God. Pharaoh's daughter found the ark and found Moses the baby, and she raised him as her own son. Moses was saved in the ark and then prepared to be the deliverer, the redeemer, who would bring the Israelites out of bondage in Egypt. And then the third ark is, of course, this one, the Ark of the Testimony. Now, those first 2 arks were the arks of salvation, the saving of Noah and his family and the animals, the saving of Moses. But this ark also, the Ark of the Covenant, is a salvation ark. It reminds the people that God saved us. God was the one who delivered us from bondage in Egypt, made us a covenant people. It is an ark of salvation. So in the Ark of the Covenant, we remember the redeeming power of God. He is the one who saves us and who brings us into covenant relationship with him. The ark is a reminder of salvation, God's saving grace. It was for Israel, and it still reminds us today that in Jesus we've been saved and made into the new covenant people of God. So in the Holy of Holies is the Ark of the Covenant. God is a saving, redeeming God. Now tomorrow we'll look at the lid for the Ark of the Covenant, which is called the mercy seat. We'll look at that in our next session. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time in our 5-minute Bible study in the book of the Exodus.